Hello friends, welcome to the library. I'm so glad you could come today. Find a comfortable spot and get ready. We'll begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll know you're ready when you're sitting with your hands in your lap and your eyes forward. Good job. All right, hands up. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Lay them in your lap. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them right up to your chin. Open your mouth really wide, but don't let them in. So now our hands are down and we're ready to begin. I was thinking about dinosaurs. Got a few books to look at, but I wanted one in particular to share with you. Today, I'm going to read you How Big Were Dinosaurs? Think about that. How big were the dinosaurs? Let's start by looking through the book just a little bit before we read it. First, let's find the title page. Is that the title page? No. Is that the title page? Yes. How Big Were Dinosaurs by Lita Judge. Take a look at this picture. What does it tell you? What can you tell from this picture? Do you recognize this animal? That is a rooster. This is a type of dinosaur. Here are some more animals. This one we know, a rhinoceros. This one looks like a type of dinosaur. What do you see here? That's right, penguins. And some more dinosaurs. Now what do we see? A boy walking his dog and a dinosaur. I bet you're starting to get a sense of what this book is about. So let's start back at the title page. This time, we'll read the words. How Big Were Dinosaurs by Lita Judge. Stalking, running, stomping, crushing. When we think of dinosaurs, we think of huge monsters. But how big were dinosaurs really? This is a microraptor. It was a deadly hunter, but he would surely be able to look a modern-day chicken in the eye. The truth is, dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. This one is smaller than a rooster. This is Proceratops. It had a very large skull and heavy beak for ripping tough plants. They were strong and built for defense, but no bigger than a baby rhinoceros. And honestly, with a name like Leolinosaura, you'd think these dinosaurs were tree-eating plants. But they stood only 2 feet tall. They lived through the cold, dark winters near the South Pole, where the emperor penguins live today. Even Velociraptor, a dinosaur that fills our imagination with flesh-ripping claws and powerful jaws, was only the size of a dog. Now Struthiomimesis were the perfect size for going to the races. With slender legs and long tails, they were built very like a horse and ran just as fast, up to 35 miles an hour. That would be something to see, a dinosaur at a racetrack. Now this is Ankylosaurus. It was a little taller than an SUV, but weighed 4 times as much. Built to withstand attack, they were covered in armor and plates and sharp spikes, and they had a great bony club for a tail. Imagine being stuck in a traffic jam with a cranky Ankylosaurus. This is the Stegosaurus. It weighed as much as 3 cows, but with bony plates on his back that could be up to 3 feet long. He looked much bigger. Bigger isn't always smarter. This giant plant eater only had a brain the size of a walnut. Like the giant unicorn, Centaurosaurus had a strange spike growing out of its skull. We don't know what this spike was used for, but with a dinosaur-sized appetite and hundreds of teeth, he could have gobbled your garden in a few quick bites. Look at her, she's trying to fight him away from the garden. Now this is Torosaurus. He had a 10-foot skull and horns that grew as tall as a first grader. You wouldn't want to make this dinosaur do something he didn't want to do. They're trying to get him to go to the doctor. Look at this one. He's measuring. Therizinosaurus had claws that grew up to 36 inches, longer than a man's arm. But don't worry, these plant eaters most likely used their claws to strip bark off trees and pull down branches. Tyrannosaurus rex. I bet you've heard of that one. It had a skull nearly as long as a man is tall. It had strong jaw muscles that could crunch down with 10 times the force of an alligator bite. Imagine cleaning the 9-inch long teeth of this fearful man-eater. Sorry, meat-eater. But even the fierce Tyrannosaurus rex was no match for the biggest, most enormous, colossal giant of them all. Argentinosaurus. As long as 4 school buses, this dinosaur was probably the biggest animal ever to walk on land. A full-grown adult weighed more than a herd of 17 elephants. And Argentinosaurus was an incredible 45,000 times bigger than Microraptor. But the largest dinosaur was only dangerous if you were a tree. Argentinosaurus must have eaten them by the ton. Dinosaurs really do come in every size, as small as birds or bigger than herds, and everything in between. How do we know how big dinosaurs were? We can see their dinosaur fossils and their bones. Scientists put them back together to give us a good view. Let's take a look at this. Here are all the dinosaurs we talked about all together, and how big the biggest one is, and how small the smallest one is. What do you think it would have been like to live when dinosaurs lived? I think it would have been very different. Well, friends, thank you for listening to the story. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back in the library next week. Goodbye.